We have here a resource which none of us expected and which can make the dream of our founding fathers really come true. We have thoroughly investigated what has happened to other countries in similar situations as ours. We have seen situations where immense profits have been poured into the economy, and not only have they done no good, but they've even been destructive to the local economy. On the other hand, we've seen positive examples where the profits have been utilized to create significant social change. Therefore, our conclusion is very clear. We have two equally valid focus points of our campaign. On the one hand, we want to ensure that the vast majority of these profits go to the public. On the other hand, we want the profits to go into a sovereign national fund led by the Bank of Israel, where the fruits of this fund should be utilized in order to create social change, in order to make this historic breakthrough which we have waited for in all the important areas of our social life, in health, in education, in protection of our environment, in the guarantees for our elderly. Unfortunately, maybe understandably, the oil and gas companies have taken a totally opposite approach, claiming that the vast majority of the profits should end in their pockets. It's a known fact all over the world, and has happened here in this country several times in the past, that these companies have been able, through very competent public relation firms and lawyers, to bend the will of governments and parliaments in order to serve their interest only and not to take any consideration the interest of the general public and its good. However, this time around, for the first time in the history of the State of Israel, the public is being mobilized to protect its own interests and to stop the efforts of the oily machinery of the corporate aggressive lawyers and PR firms who already now are working full-time to take care of their interests alone. Recent threats made by these people, some of which are outright absurd and truly deceptive, will not deter us and our growing campaign. Our campaign is based on very solid legal and moral foundations. Our efforts are aimed at the well-being of all Israeli citizens. At the same time, it must be clear that the companies who have taken risks and who have invested in the discoveries of this gas should have their fair share of the profits, just as it is done in most Western free market democracies. But this should be a fair share, which means that the society, that the state has a majority of the income of the profits, and the companies have their fair minority of these incomes. This very significant public campaign must in no way be perceived as a threat to the close relationship between Israel and the United States. Any effort to do so is cynical, is misguided, since it does not pertain to the legitimate conflict between public and private interests here in our country. If such baseless claims are made again, they will be addressed swiftly and forcefully. Since we started less than 6 weeks ago, already thousands of people have joined the campaign. Youth, pensioners, politicians from right and from left, social activists, ordinary citizens. They're all now a part of the campaign because they understand that this is the crucial battle for ensuring the future of the State of Israel. This is so much more encouraging because it's been done only by volunteers without any financial means whatsoever, and it's just catching from mouth to ear all over the country, development cities and the center of the State of Israel. In this very special period in our calendar, when we gather in our synagogues to try to achieve forgiveness from and harmony with the Almighty, We acknowledge that we cannot stand and ask for forgiveness from the Almighty if we have not done our utmost in order to create a more just, a better society around us. This is a unique opportunity to do just that. You who care about us, who are involved in the life of the State of Israel, who have learned the issues here, can really join forces. It is a historic opportunity which we cannot afford to miss. We can make serious social change. We are at a crossroad which will have a unique importance for future generations. If you join forces with us, we can make it happen.